Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit Hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Good morning and happy hump day. It is Wednesday, July 24th, 2019. We finally got a break in the weather here at the Jersey Shore. It actually kind of broke on Monday evening. We had a horrific storm. A lot of people still without power. It was a nasty storm. And the temperatures took a dive, thank goodness, because that is what we needed. We were seeing heat indexes up to 110 degrees. Yes, it was hot. I turned my air off today for the first time. And I don't know how long, honestly. But I walked outside this morning. Nice, cool breeze. Don't even need the breeze, honestly. It's nice and cool. We got a lot of rain yesterday. Rain on and off throughout the day. Couldn't really do anything outside. It's okay. Now we get a reward. Sunshine, low 80s. It's going to be gorgeous. And all through the weekend, I see no rain. You know how that can always change in a moment's notice. But as of right now, looking great for the next couple of days. I am excited. I missed my concert by boat last Thursday because of a terrible storm. Looks like the weather is going to be clear for tomorrow. So hopefully we can make it out and catch a little live music while sitting in the boat. Sounds so good. Doesn't it sound good? Join me. Ship bottom boat ramp. I'll be out in the water somewhere. Floating and floating. Okay, some news to get to. Training camp starts today. Woo-woo! E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! All right, sorry for all you Giant fans that are listening or fans of other teams. So, they are all to report today. I believe that the practices don't start until tomorrow. It's a little late. I don't know. Is it always this late? Because the games are going to be starting soon. The preseason games, like the 8th or something like that, the August. So, it's not that far for the actual preseason to start. So, but everybody's to report today. We've got Andrew Jackson back, not Andrew Jackson. That was a president. Deshaun Jackson back, who I wasn't really excited about at first, but yeah, he did a lot for the Eagles. He's a good player. I hope he still has what it takes. He's a little bit older now. We'll see what happens. We need Carson Wentz to stay healthy. No injuries this year. No injuries. Praying to the football gods. No injuries for Wentz this year. Some news that's related to football. We all know Wawa. We all love Wawa. I guess Wawa has no fears of being boycotted because they're awesome and they know it. They've got gas. They've got hoagies. They've got sandwiches. They've got the drinks. They've got the coffee. They've got my amazing French vanilla coffee creamer that I purchased from them. We go to Wawa all the time. And I guess they figure that they are so ingrained in everybody's daily schedule that nobody's going to kick up a fuss when we find out that they have partnered with the Baltimore Ravens? What? What is that? They are going to be the official hoagie of their stadium. I was trying to think. I don't recall seeing a Wawa at Lincoln Financial Field. I don't know if there is a Wawa in Lincoln Financial Field. So maybe they got into negotiations with the Eagles, and the Eagles figured Wawa's definitely not going to go with any other team because you know what? The Eagles are Wawa's home team. Wawa originated in Wawa, Pennsylvania, which is a tiny little town in Delaware County, right outside of Philadelphia. Yeah, I'm feeling a little jilted. I'm feeling a little betrayed. Wawa, what the hell? Come on now. That would be like partnering with the Giants, which I wouldn't even be that upset about because Wawa is in New Jersey. I mean, Wawa's in Maryland. Yes, they're in Virginia. They're even in North Carolina. They have expanded, but they started in Delaware County. A little loyalty, please. But they are not very prominent in North Jersey, where Giants territory is. They are starting to get into Monmouth County now. I live in Ocean County. The next county up is Monmouth County. They are starting to become more prevalent there. And then maybe, I guess, they'll go up to like Bergen County, Union County, that kind of stuff. I don't know how prevalent they are at this time, but, you know, people tend to stick with what they know. We had done a topic on the morning show one time about, you know, what you think the best convenience store is. And somebody had pointed out that even if there's a Wawa in Monmouth County, most people will still go to Quick Check because that's what they know and that's what they're used to. Same thing with a certain area goes to 7-Eleven. It's funny to me, 7-Eleven is so not even an option around here. It's not that it's not an option. I mean, there are 7-Elevens, but I don't know anybody who's like, oh, I got to stop at 7-Eleven. Got to get my 7-Eleven fix. Everybody stops at Wawa, though. Well, you know, because Wawa kicks ass. My husband often says that if Wawa sold beer, which they do in other states, they don't in Pennsylvania and New Jersey as of yet. I think maybe they do in certain stores. Certain stores have gotten some sort of exception. But my husband had often said if they sold beer, he would never have to go to another store ever again. He could get everything he ever needed at Wawa. They've got gas, they've got food, they've got drinks, they've got coffee, and then they would have beer. Yeah, I believe him. I think that he would probably never go to another store again if Wawa were to start purchasing beer. So, I don't know. I'm a little upset with Wawa. They know I'm not going to boycott them. They know that most people aren't going to boycott them. Are you going to boycott Wawa over this? Let me know. If you are, please post it on my group page. Let me know if you're that upset with Wawa. And even if you think you will, you probably won't. Because, again, they're ingrained in our daily schedule. They know this. But I think it kind of sucks. I'm a little miffed with them right now. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Speaking of alcohol, which I kind of was a little bit with talking about beer being sold at Wawa eventually, hopefully, someday. There is a new product on the market. Apparently, some people had paired red wine with Cheez-It crackers in the past, and they think it's a really good combination. So Cheez-It has come up with a box set. One side of the box is red wine, one side of the box is Cheez-Its. What do you think? Not so sure. I am not a Cheez-Its fan. I don't like those little nips, Cheez-It nips. I don't like them. Now, Cheez-Its does have, oh, Lord, Joe, where are you when I need you? They have a different version of the Cheez-Its, and I cannot think of them right now. They've got the little ridges on them. Can't think of the name of them, but they are delicious. They have a sharp cheddar cheese flavor that is so good. I don't even like sharp cheddar cheese. Cheez-It Grooves. Thank you, God. Yes. Cheez-It Grooves. Those are delicious. I'll eat those with anything. So I don't like the traditional Cheez-It, but the Cheez-It Grooves are really good. So I don't know. I don't know where they're going to sell this red wine and a Cheez-It box set. I guess they would have to sell it in a liquor store around here because, like I said, we cannot get liquor in our grocery stores. Poor woe as us. It's terrible. It's just awful. We have figured out a way around it, though. We go to the beer store. It's an extra trip. Not a big deal. So I'm going to get to my topic because I got a little serious on my topic because I happened to see a news story yesterday where New York has become the first state to outlaw declawing of cats. And honestly, I thought that this would be a little more popular, I thought that a little more people would comment on it. But they have, but I guess maybe it's just a little controversial, I guess. Most people are in favor of it, which I get. Here's my take on it. I just think that this is going to mean a lot more cats in homeless shelters. Cats can be very destructive. I've seen a couple of debates back and forth where people are like, oh, well, if you value your furniture more than a living being, then you don't deserve to own a cat. Okay, that being said, there's going to be a lot more cats in animal shelters. People are not going to bring them in their home if they're going to be destructive. I also saw somebody saying, why don't you train your cat? How the hell do you train a cat? I had a cat. There was no training him. I don't know. Maybe I just did it wrong. There was no way I was going to train my cat. Now, I did manage to keep him off the tables and the counters and such. Like, he never did that. Only because every time he tried, I scooped him down. And so I guess he got that message. And he still went up on the tables and stuff when I wasn't there. One time I came home from work and somebody had chewed up and spit out some flowers that were on the top of my table. Who did that? Probably my cat. Just saying. So that is my big issue, is I just think that, you can call people, horrendous, whatever, for not wanting to have their furniture destroyed. I get it. It's very painful. They have a knuckle removed. I'm sure it's painful. They also are saying that they have lifelong chronic pain from having this done. How do they know this? That's what I'm wondering. How do they know that there's lifelong chronic pain to a cat? When somebody has, I'm sorry, I have a dog nudging my foot. When somebody has a body part removed, say they have, have to have a finger removed or a hand removed or even a couple of toes removed, does that mean that they have chronic pain for the rest of their lives? I'm sure that there's some pain associated with it, but it's not like they don't ever walk again. It's not like they don't ever use their hand again. I don't know. I just don't know how they absolutely know this for sure. I had a cat. We found him in the backyard. He was a feral cat. He was just a baby when we found him, and we immediately got his front claws removed. And that was just a condition of my mother's to keep the cat. So then as the cat went on, and this I did have a problem with, about a year or two later, I guess his back claws were putting little pulls in her rug. And I lived with my mother when I had this cat. So she forced me to get his back claws removed, which I do agree, very painful to do it later in life. But I never saw any chronic issues popping up. He's not able to tell me, obviously. I'm sure it didn't hurt, or it hurt at first. But I believe that there's a healing process. And then, you're okay again. These are just my thoughts. You can disagree with me. Many of you will, and that's okay. But I'm just saying that I think that this is going to cause a lot more cats to not be rehomed or to find homes. So, to your comments. Jim says, I can't comment on this because haters going to hate. He does not like cats. Teresa says, all states need to do this. Declawing is literally abuse. Would you cut the fingertips off your kids to keep their dirty fingerprints off the furniture? If your couch is so important, don't get pets. Karen says, are they going to ban chopping off dog tails and clipping dog ears too? Because that is just as bad as declawing cats. Linda says, good call, New York. Hopefully other states will follow. And Rob says, I'm okay with it. Pulling out fingernails has to hurt. Yeah, it is more than just pulling out fingernails. It is actually cutting off their first knuckle. I admit, it sounds very painful. I definitely wouldn't want to go through it.